Because if you tell someone, especially like when you're in high school, that you are building a hologram, no one believes you.
So we're live.
Okay.
All right, sweet.
So man, tell me about you guys. Like I ran across you, honestly have no idea the Instagram algorithms are super weird like that, but just like tell me about you guys' business.
So I'm Evan Sellers, and then
I'm Matthew, and we're just teenagers in high school. Just kind of decided.
How old?
I'm
Specifically.
17. I'm 17.
I'm 17 too. Yeah.
Okay, cool.
So basically, probably started just a company doing random stuff around 3-4 years ago, and we just did random stuff, and we kind of came across. We wanted to build a hologram, so
we both have that engineering mindset, and we thought, let's find a product that will be really difficult to make. And we thought, holograms, that's always something that's like science fiction. Let's make that a real thing. So that's what we're kind of striving to do,
Yeah.
Some Captain America stuff.
Yeah.
Yeah, exactly.
So how far along in that, when you say holograms, I assume you mean like literally the actual hologram of something that's like 3D and
correct.
like
That's kind of our, I guess you could say, end goal.
Where it's just around the room.
Yeah.
Currently, it's inside of a box, and we can actually send you some videos later. But currently, it's inside of a box, and you can either view it from the back or the front, and you just plug it into your computer and launch an application, and there's your hologram inside the box.
Yeah.
That's really cool. I'll make sure to if you guys send me the video, I'll put it like right now in this segment of the interview.
Awesome.
So what is is it mainly just to be cool, or like what was the idea, or like who are you trying to sell these holograms to?
Honestly, we didn't know at the beginning. And I think we've kind of targeted down that market. I mean, we imagine an education, medical field, basically everything. I mean, entertainment.
Or even like business, for example, if you want to envision like a three-dimensional graph or something, or in engineering, if you're making a 3D model, you can actually look at the 3D model in real life on your desk because it's a hologram. You're able to actually see that there.
That's really cool. So, and did you guys build the program as well, or is it a third-party program?
Yeah, we built the software that does it. It actually splices the image and then displays it on. And we also have an SDK, which is for developers. Anyone that knows how to code will be able to download it online and develop applications for the hologram. So if you want to make a game, you can go online, download our software, and make a game and upload it to our store.
And that allows it to be infinitely expandable. Any apps that someone can come up with would be able to make it, and you'll be able to use the hologram for that purpose.
That's incredible. And you guys are 17 now, but how old were you guys when you started the hologram project?
Probably like
15?
at least 15
wow.
or 14.
Yeah, we've been about 3 years of research has gone into this.
Yeah.
I mean, we tried a lot of different things. We levitated particles with sound waves. We used lasers to levitate particles. So there's something called optical tweezing.
We did a lot of different testing, and we ended up doing in the actual product. So there's a lot of work went into it to determine the best method of doing it. So
that's incredible. And so what stage are you guys at now? Like, obviously you seem to have the product. Are you in production? Are you trying to mass produce? Or are you trying to?
The prototyping process, I guess you could say, is pretty much complete. So we have the product completed. It works great, works exactly how we need it and how we wanted it to. And we're kind of in the process of finalizing things and getting it ready for mass production, I guess you could say.
One of our big next steps is we don't know what our big next step is. So we're contacting entrepreneurs, people that already know what they've done, and we're trying to get their input. And then one of the next things is we're working on actually getting market exposure.
Right. So obviously game developers would seem in my, just first impression of the product would be like a huge market, as well as like people in building and construction, just because being able to see like a small 3D model of whatever they're working on, like say you're in a meeting like with a bunch of construction workers and they're trying to build a tower, just having this little device that they can just plug into their computer and like it's mobile, because it is mobile, right? Like it's probably USB powered.
It is wall powered.
It's wall powered. It requires a lot of power.
And then you plug that into the USB into the computer. Is that correct?
HDMI, but yeah.
Correct.
Or HDMI. Okay, perfect. So literally you can just take this product anywhere. You make it more mobile.
Yeah.
And any computer will work on it.
Yep.
Right. So say there's a huge project in New York. This guy's trying to build a huge tower and he's trying to give a presentation. Well, typically these presentations are these long videos where they have to do all these coding and all this crazy fancy stuff, and you can't really see a good 3D model of it. You guys can just literally market to people like that, and then they can literally just display their, building to the, their panel or committee or board or whoever has to approve it. So
Exactly.
really cool stuff. And I think there's definitely like an open market for it. And it's really, I don't think anyone else is doing that.
Absolutely.
Theoretically, I mean, an architect should be able to take whatever design program they were using, as if it was Autodesk or any CAD system, and drop the 3D model directly into our program without any code at all.
Yeah, it's a very, very seamless process.
Streamlined process.
Very streamlined.
Wow. So where did you go? I mean, most 15-year-olds do not know how to code. And if they do, it's Minecraft. So where did you guys start? I mean, are your parents programmers?
We kind of did start in Minecraft.
Was
to be quite honest.
Yeah.
Funny. Wow.
Yeah. I mean, we loved Minecraft probably about 4 years ago, completely addicted to it. And we started building things like
if
servers.
You think about it, at the time, we're like 12, 13 years old in the prime of Minecraft. So it kind of did help, to be quite honest.
Yeah.
No, I did the same thing. I had a server too, and that's how I learned.
Sure. No,
very basic. I'm not doing this crap you guys are doing though.
Yeah, but it kind of gave us the inspiration to kind of like the engineering workflow and like wanting to learn things, and kind of got into that process of developing new methods of doing things.
Yeah.
Sure. And what were you guys using a platform? I know there's like Code Academy and all those kind of places to learn. Or was it just
I think Google. I mean, we wanted to do something.
Yeah.
What really drives us when you're in an educational environment, what drives you is people tell you have to do this. And what's driving us right now is we actually want to do it. We want to learn how to code. We want to learn how to engineer things. So we're not using platforms like Code Academy or whatever to learn it. I mean, we're saying we want to build this. How do we get there? And
yeah, it's a more specified, like specific method of doing things instead of a more broad, like learning experience.
Yeah.
But that's how you learn. I mean, that's the right way to do it. Learn as you go.
Learned a lot.
Oh yeah, we've learned a very large amount.
Right. So you guys are still in high school, which is absolutely crazy.
We're both juniors in high school.
Yeah.
Right. With my business, I used to, the craziest thing I would do is answer phone calls during class. And my teachers would always look at me crazy. But you guys are literally doing an interview in another room.
Yeah.
So this is like study hall or something?
It is.
Yeah. Just a sec. We're going to have a bell ring in about 20 seconds. So
yep.
Yeah.
Wow. That's insane. So what do your peers think of you? Like, what are your peers and teachers? Do they know about your projects?
They do. A lot of people don't take it seriously because they don't know it's actually a real thing. But when we actually... there's the bell. There's the bell.
That's crazy.
When we actually show them the product or anything, most people are quite amazed. In fact, we've brought entire classes, like, and everyone is amazed when we actually show them the actual product. So it's quite fun.
We've had teachers tell us, no, you didn't. We plug it in, turn it on, and
they're
literally
amazed.
and just amazed.
Yeah.
Wow.
Because if you tell someone, especially like when you're in high school, that you are building a hologram, no one believes you at all. Yeah. It's not something you think that someone can do, let alone like
build any products, and we're making holograms.
Well, let alone doing it's one thing to build a product. It's a different thing to build it from scratch. I mean, you guys have done the actual programming. You guys have actually built the product. You guys have actually perfected it. I mean, those are typically things that separate companies do, and you guys have done all three.
Yeah.
Yes.
I mean, just 20 minutes ago, 40 minutes ago, we told someone they could work on our assembly line over the summer and make $12 an hour. And they laughed. They thought we were joking. And then we told you, no, this is legit. And they were like, okay.
That's hilarious. And I like to just give entrepreneurs advice on where to take their company.
Awesome. So are we able to ask you guys?
We would love
absolutely. Go ahead.
All right. So, well, the first thing I would ask is, when, like in the very beginning of the process, how were you able to get kind of the attention of people and get people recognizing that you even exist, I guess you could say?
So I think you're asking the wrong question. And I'm going to say this because a lot of people, entrepreneurs will say that. Why are people not taking me seriously? Why are people not paying attention? Why can't I get investors involved? Things like that. But at the same time, you got to think about it from their perspective. No one gives a fuck about who you are. You know what I mean? Like, let's be honest here.
Yeah.
How much money have you guys made?
None at all.
Exactly. There's nothing wrong with that. It's just no one's going to take you seriously. I mean, there's still people that don't take me seriously. They're like, oh, that guy's a joke, you know? But I mean, and I'm 4 years into it. So if you guys are 2 years into product and still haven't made money, no one's going to, the people that are going to care right now are your mom, your classmates, your teachers, and they're going to egg you on. You get into the real business world and it's just going to eat you up. So you can't focus on trying to get people to take you seriously. take your work seriously and focus on your product rather than trying to focus on making people happy. Because, and when Jeff Bezos wasn't trying to make people happy when he was building Amazon, he was up late night taking his work seriously for decades, and then out of nowhere his company exploded. Same thing will happen to anybody that puts in that same kind of effort. So to flip your question around, ask how can I make the product better and make it more serious rather than trying to worry about the people. Because they'll come. You make the product serious and it's something that's undeniably great and you're making money on it, it's going to get the attention of anybody. Like, I'll give you an example. I had the same approach at first to my company. I was like trying to reach out to news outlets and news media places to like get interviews to kind of like take my business off. I thought being 16, 14, 15 years old, that was kind of like a headline, but I approached it wrong because the second I stopped trying to get those in, and by the way, I never got any when I was trying to do it this way, like reaching out to people. But the second I stopped, focused on my business, 2 years later, I was on the front page of our local news media, and like I still have like the newspaper from it. So they'll come to you when you're more successful. Work on you first.
All right, cool. Thank you for that. For sure.
Thank you.
Yeah.
So I think do you have any suggestions for the product? I mean, obviously you haven't seen everything.
Yeah, we'll send you all the stuff to show,
but we would love any suggestions you have. I mean,
yeah, absolutely. You definitely need to pick an audience. Whether I think when anybody in the consumer industry, because that's really what you guys are in. I mean, whatever the product is you're making is going to be for a consumer. Now, whether that's mass produced for every American household or for a specific niche market is going to depend on you guys and what you think the product is going to be for. I would give you more specific advice, but obviously I haven't seen it. But I definitely think you guys know your product better than anybody. And I think you guys need to figure out, okay, in the current state it's in, who is going to buy this? And that needs to be a real conversation you guys have because, if you take it to the local hospital, it may not be advanced enough for them, but if you take it to construction workers, it might work them to be able to like have this little cool display that they show to clients, cost $100, or I don't know how much it costs for you guys, $200, whatever is what you sell it at. And then they're able to have this cool display for clients. They'll pay that any day. So just figuring out what that niche market is, targeting to them, perfecting the product with that person, and then it'll just grow from there because you'll perfect the product more and more for that niche market, whether that's like construction workers or hospital nurses or school teachers, whatever it is, you'll perfect the system and then eventually you'll be able to scale it to other niche markets.
All right, for sure.
Good, yeah.
Okay. We definitely
when I get where your guys are coming from, being 17 in high school, like you're not making a sale yet. You guys are probably thinking like friends, family, like people you guys know. That's not what you need to be. You got late. Go to class. What are you doing?
Technically, yes.
Yeah, no, it's fine.
We're good.
But make sure to think about the long term and not just like who you guys are around. That's a mistake I made with, like, for example, my repair business when I first started it. I was just reaching to the people I knew. And it wasn't until I created a website and like organically got my reach out to people that I didn't even know. That's when I expanded.
How did you drive that organic traffic?
So obviously a local business is going to be a little bit different than you guys because, your clients maybe at first might be locally. But for me, you can literally, if you're a local business and you offer a service, you can literally just create a Facebook and a Google business page, and you literally have free organic traffic calling you because people are always searching for phone repair. Whereas you guys, very few people I doubt are probably typing in hologram construction, 3D model. I doubt that keyword's very searched. So you guys, in another dilemma you're going to have is having to figure out how can I sell this product and sell this. With me, I don't really have to sell my service. People come looking for it. So it's a little bit different. But just, making good content. I saw that you guys had an Instagram. There's some pretty cool stuff on there. I did see that. But yeah, I mean, just trying to kill it. And I think literally making phone calls, going door to door, like, hey, can I show you this product? Go to once you figure out what your market is, if it is construction, then go to the construction workers, go to contractors, show them the product. Say, hey man, can I get 5 minutes of your time? I really got this cool product and I think it would help your company a lot. Let me show you this thing, and a lot of people, I see you dressed with a suit, tie and the shirt. like just that kind of attitude. Not to diss on you with the hoodie, I'm not saying that, but just having that kind of, there's nothing wrong with it. But
I got the bleached hair too. So.
Dude, you got the bleached hair, the crazy scientist vibe going on. People are gonna like just instantly eat that stuff up, even if they don't buy the product. So yeah, I mean that's what I think your guys' next like 2 to 3 months game plan is, figuring out who you're gonna sell it to, and then just trying to go and selling it.
All right. Yeah, for sure.
Thank you for having us on.
Yeah, man, absolutely. I'm excited to see, what's the name of the company again?
Polar Computers.
Polar Computers. You guys have a website or anything?
Yeah, we do.
Have a website, polarcomputers.com.
Spike better let the laundry now. Go broke when I don't know how. Tryna hit like a flagrant foul. Then I duck cause it's just my style. Run shit and I run for miles. Yeah, Gucci bag, Prada bag, Louis bag. Yeah,